Hello, it's Kate from Inkstampshare.ink. I just thought I'd pop on to make a really quick card today because I wanted to bring the Sunshine Wishes dies out for one last hurrah before they get retired. These are on the retiring list to make way for new stuff in our brand new catalogue that's coming. And they are lovely, these dies. I have used them quite a bit, but I do love them, so I thought I'd get them out and play with them. There's loads of things in them. There's this really swirly flower. There's a heart. That's all swirly, scribbly, and a little flower. And then it's got some really nice font words. So we've got hope, love, sunshine, and congrats. Really handy little set. Love it. So yeah, I just thought we'd have a last play with it before it gets retired off. So I'm just using the congrats word and the heart today for my card. So let's crack on. So I thought I'd go for one of my favourite colour combinations, and I've got Daffodil Delight and I've got some Smoky Slate. And my card base is in Thick Whisper White. So I have literally made my layers slightly smaller. I'll pop this up on my blog soon and I can put all the dimensions on there. So hop over and you can see exactly how I made it and what the dimensions are. So don't worry about writing things down. I thought we'd do a little bit of fun heat embossing because I've got a little trick that I did and I really like it. And I did it for my class, I think it was last month. So I thought we'd do that. So to do that, I've got the rectangle stitched framelit dies. These are gorgeous. I've taken a couple out, I've used them. I've got ready what I'm using, and they're the sizes. So on this side, the third and fourth die I'm using for this frame. These are not retiring, they're amazing, love them. So the other thing I like about them is when you cut something out, the bit that's left behind has this stitching. Can you see that? So, I mean, I don't need this piece, but if you strategically cut something out, you could definitely be using that or making use of that feature. So, I have cut some out. So, this is what I've got. That's the waist bit. That's stitched. That's the bit you would cut out. But I put two together, so I've got a frame. Now, the fun part is getting it out. Here we go. Comes out fairly easily, really. I just don't, because it's a fairly narrow frame, I'm a bit worried about ripping it. I haven't, but you never know, do you? Right, here it comes. I love that it makes a double stitch. Yeah, let's move those out of the way so I don't lose those. But can you see the double stitching on the frame? It's really lovely. But instead of leaving it white, I'm going to emboss the whole frame just to give you a different look on it, and you can see how I do it. Very simply. Let's grab a bit of scrappy paper to use for my embossing. This is a really grungy bit. Let's use that. So I'll get the frame. I'm going to get my Versamark, clear Versamark pads, and I'm going to stamp it all over my frame. Cover it in Versamark clear embossing ink. It's clear, so you can't see anything. And I'm going to emboss it in silver. Right, I hope that's covered. Looks like it should be. Let's move that. Okay, and then let's move this. I've got a pair of tweezers, just an any old pair, quite handy. And I'm going to pick this up. Put my little handy dandy tray down. Get my silver embossing powder. And grab my frame. Stick it in and just pour it all over. I love embossing. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love embossing? What's not to like? So with the tweezers, I can give it a bit of a shake without sticking my great fingers on it and making finger marks on the frame. You see that? So I'm going to move this so that I can heat emboss it. Pop that there. Grab my heat tool. Now, it will make a bit of a noise, I do apologise, and I've not heated it up ready, so it might take a few more seconds than it might if you've already been playing. Because once your heat tool is heated up, it kind of does it a bit faster. You can see it's starting to go. How cool is that? I love this effect on a frame. You could do lots with it. Nice in copper. Many other colours to be fair. See that? Is it in the shot? I think it is. Ooh, come on, last bits. Let's all nice and glossy. Let's move that out of the way. Just let that cool a second. Take the scrappy piece of paper out. Not that this is much cleaner. Right, okay. So can you see that now? How pretty is that? So you've changed your white. So don't have any mirror card. This is kind of different actually. It's more matte and more subtle than mirror card. If you don't have any and you want to create the same look, that's ideal. Right, okay, so I'm going to bring my layers in and I'm going to start sticking them together. This is a very simple card. Just going to grab my snail. Just layer these layers up. Gotta love the snail. No gluey mess. Right, pop it on. The sun is glorious here today. It's just a beautiful day. Perfect colour, isn't it, for a beautiful sunshiny day? Right, here we are. So these Sunshine Wishes dies are only here till the end of the month. Well, the catalogue goes live on June the 4th. So that's when they'll stop being available, or unless they sell out beforehand, which can happen actually, because obviously we don't want to start restocking stuff that's going. So yeah, if you fancy those dies, they're so lovely. You can grab them in my online shop at Inkstampshare.ink. Right, now, what have I got? So I've got another piece of Daffodil Delight, which is kind of the middle. I just cut it out of a yellow piece, so it wasn't out of that bit. It was out of this one. I've got a nice little frame there too. So I'm going to pop that there, and I haven't worked out whether this is going to work or not. And so this is what I cut out of the Sunshine Wishes dies. I cut out the congrats and the swirly heart, and I'm going to have a bit of fun with it. So I'm going to need to get my glue. Let's grab that. Now my glue is running out, so I've got to decide my place. Oh no, actually I'll use my snail on the yellow bit. So I'm going to snail down just the middle, so I can change it a little bit if I want. There we are. And then, oh, what's that? Oh, I thought it was ink, but it's a bit of ribbon. I'm going to pop that on there. Bring it over slightly. That's a good thing about the snail, is if you only use a tiny bit, you don't press it down too hard, you can kind of move it around a bit. Then once you've got it there, you can use more. Do I put it at a jaunty angle? Do I put it the same? So what I'm going to do, move that. Let's bring my heart in. So I think what I'm going to do is put this off skew-if. This not skew-if. Make it a bit higher. Okay. That's what I want. Right, let's put some glue on my frame. So you can see what I'm doing. I don't want very much of this because it does ooze and it's very good. So you don't want it, you don't need a lot. Right, do I put my heart on? And then my, I think I'll put this in first. And my skew-if. That's the idea. And then we're going to put the heart on. Right, I'm going to put the heart on. Oh, it's not stuck down very well, is it? Right, just dot that. Oh, goodness me. Let's get a bit of, actually I'll just use my finger. Get rid of some of it. There we are. I think it's been closed a while, all of a sudden it's shooting out the top or something. There we are. Just tiny dots you need of that one. Let's pop that on. I'm not sure whether I should put that underneath or over the top. What do you think, guys? No, I'm going to leave it over the top because I'm only going to make a mess. I've got my heart. Just bring it round a bit. That will dry, don't worry. Right, there we are. Now, shall I emboss the congrats? I think we should. I think we should. So let's do the same with the congrats as we did with the frame. So I've got that. You could leave it white. I think I'm going to emboss it for the fun of it, because I can. So cover it in Versamark clear ink on your scrappy old paper. Get the embossing powder back in. And I'm going to put it back in the pot because it's going to make it easier for coverage. No way you can get these trays from. I've had mine for years and years. Right, just put a bit more Versamark on that because I kind of stuck my thumb on it. Not what you want, is it? I'll move this a bit. Pop that back in there. And cover it up. I wonder how it'll come out. I'm hoping it'll be fab. I'm winging it, can you tell? Now actually we did this card at class, but it was slightly different when I made that one. And I didn't emboss the congrats, so it's just a little bit different. My panels are slightly different, and this is. Right, let's take it out, pop it down. There we are. Let's give it a melt, shall we? Just grab my heat gun again. Give it a bit more noise. Look at that go. It looks so cool, doesn't it? Oh, the sun's gone in and my light's not off. I do apologise about the light because it was so bright in here I didn't have the light on. There, that is just brilliant. I really like that. Let's just get rid of that horrible bit of paper. Let it cool a little bit. And then you can see how cool is that. You see it sparkling. Right, let's pop it on the card. So I think we're going to put it across the middle. We could put it there, there. I don't think it's going to show up there, so I think we'll pop it across the middle. And I'm going to grab my glue, which has will come out of the top. Let's take a wipe or something I can wipe it with. I think it was bunged up and it just all popped out. So you can change the colour of your sentiments by embossing them, or whatever your die cut is. So it's so cool. Especially like the frame. And there we go. Watch me get all gluey. Here we are. Let's put it on the right way up, shall we? There we go. Ooh. Stick down. Did I not put any glue underneath G? Maybe not. Maybe I didn't. Can't have that. It looks wild. There we are. I'm covered in glue, so let's anchor that down a minute and let it stick. So I hope you like it. It's very dark in here all of a sudden. I'm going to put the light on so you can see. Hope that helps you. Right. My wild G. I love that. I really, really like it. I hope you like it. And guess what? Absolutely no stamping whatsoever on this card. Just a little bit of die cutting. So that's a great congrats card for any occasion, really. Couldn't it be? Even a wedding. I hope you like it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. and click the little bell down below for notification of future videos. And don't forget, this gorgeous Sunshine Wishes dies are retiring, so if you want them you can grab those in my online Stampin' Up shop at inkstampshare.ink. Thanks for stopping by.